My dear students, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to give you answer question of the lesson I was my own route, which are very important from the viewpoint of board examination.
Learn English with Lakshman.
Why did the old gods grow disparate? पुरानो परम्परावादी सोच भएका मान्छेहरू किन निराश भए? The old guards grew desperate because the speaker refused to obey traditional rules and expectations set by society. They represented conservative people who wanted anyone to follow the same path. When the speaker chose independence and rejected their control, they felt threatened and helpless. Her bold actions challenged their authority, making them anxious and desperate as they could no longer influence or limit her choice. What route did the persona in the poem I Was My Own Route prefer? Why? यो I was my own route भन्ने पोएममा बोल्ने वक्ताले कुन बाटो रोजेकी छन् र किन? The persona preferred her own route rather than the one already created by others. She wanted to live freely and make her own decisions without being controlled by society. This choice shows her strong desire for individuality and self expression. She believed that following her own path would give her true happiness and meaning. Therefore, she rejected tradition and chose a life guided by her own thoughts and feelings. What is the theme of the poem I Was My Own Route? I Was My Own Route भन्ने जुन पोएम छ नि त्यो पोएमको थीम अर्थात् मुख्य सार के हो? The main theme of the poem is independence and self-liberation. It highlights the importance of breaking free from social restriction and expectations. The poet encourages individuals to follow their own path instead of blindly accepting traditional roles. It also reflects courage, identity, and personal freedom. Overall, the poem celebrates the strength of a person who dares to be different and values their own choices over society's demand. How did the speaker have a feeling of intimate liberation? अर्थात् स्पिकरले आन्तरिक स्वतन्त्रताको अनुभूति कसरी गरिन्? The speaker felt a deep sense of personal freedom when she chose her own path in life. By rejecting societal expectations and traditions, she gained control over her identity. This decision allowed her to express herself fully without fear or restrictions. The liberation was intimate because it came from within her heart and mind. It was a personal victory that gave her confidence, happiness, and a strong sense of self. As the chief of a local governance unit, what would you do to address the feeling of women like Julia? Okay, यो एउटा लङ क्वेसन आएको छ 2080 सालमा। यसले के भनेछ भने गभर्नमेन्ट युनिटको चिफको रूपमा तपाईँले जुलियाले जुन कुरा पोएममा व्यक्त गरेकी छन् नि समस्याहरू तिनको बारेमा के गर्नुहुन्छ त? As the chief of a local governance unit, I would first recognize that women like Julia desire freedom, respect, and equal opportunities in society. I would focus on creating awareness about women's rights and the importance of gender equality. Education would be my priority so that women can become confident, and independent. I would also ensure a safe environment where women can express their thoughts without fear. In addition, I would introduce policies that promote equal participation of women in social, economic, and political activities. Skill development programs and financial support would help them become self reliant. I would strictly enforce laws against discrimination and violence. Encouraging women to take leadership roles would be important. By challenging traditional barriers and supporting their voice, I would help women achieve the freedom and dignity they seek in life. Question number 6. What did it feel like to be free according to the speaker? स्पिकरका अनुसार स्वतन्त्र हुनु कस्तो अनुभूति थियो? According to the speaker, being free felt powerful and deeply personal. It meant having the ability to choose her own path without being controlled by society's expectations and traditions. This freedom gave her a strong sense of identity and self respect. She felt satisfied because she could express her true self without fear or hesitation. At the same time, freedom was not easy for her. She faced criticism and resistance from society, which tried to stop her from being independent. Despite these challenges, she remained strong and confident. Freedom gave her courage and inner strength to move forward. It allowed her to discover her true identity and live an authentic life. For her, freedom was both a struggle and a victory that brought happiness and self realization. Explain the lines with reference to the context. यो लाइनको अब अर्थ लगाउने एक्सप्लेन वर्णन गर्ने. At each advancing step on my route forward, my back was ripped by the disparate flapping wings of the old guards. Okay, यसको explanation हेरौँ. These lines are taken from the poem I Was My Own Route, where the speaker describes her journey towards independence and self expression. The advancing step refers to her progress as she moves forward on her chosen path. The old guards represent conservative people who strongly believe in traditional value and resist change in society. As the speaker continues her journey, she faces strong opposition from these traditional forces. The phrase ripped my back shows the pain, criticism, and struggles she experienced. The disparate flapping wings suggest that society was trying hard to stop her progress but was ultimately unsuccessful. These lines highlight the conflict between individuality and social pressure. They show that the path to freedom is difficult and painful, but the speaker remains determined and courageous in her pursuit of independence. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will be updated whenever I upload a new video. Thank you.